can tell you honestly, I don't believe that the city does drug testing for all applicants.
Oh,
But
okay.
I do know there are certain applicants that have to do drug testing. If you're going to be driving a truck, if you're going to be operating heavy machinery, if you are a police officer, of course, is going to have a drug test before they're hired. But I don't think the city's policy is to drug test every single person. There is,
interesting.
however, random drug testing after you are an employee.
Gotcha.
So I could be drug tested. So, I don't know that it's effective or not effective. I think that it's important to do drug testing after somebody's had an accident, after, if somebody's
So
involved
with reasonable
in...
suspicion.
Exactly,
Yeah.
reasonable suspicion. Maryland actually just decriminalized marijuana completely.
Yes.
So it's not just the medicinal marijuana. Medicinal marijuana was available before. It was legal before.
Okay.
There was simply no place to get it. So now they're talking about, for the medicinal marijuana, they're talking about places, how to set up dispensaries, exactly how to do that. Which to me is kind of silly, to be honest with you. We have pharmacies. What's the problem? If you're going to call this medicinal, then it's medicine, and it should be done through a pharmacy, and it should be paid for through your any type of insurance, and it should be covered just like any other type of medicine. Decriminalization is it's not legalization, and honestly, full legalization makes much more sense. Decriminalization just muddies the waters. That's all it does. It muddies the waters.
Okay.
Do it, don't do it. Pick your poison.
Yep. Do you think there's a good chance of that happening, or do you think it's
100%.
100%?
You're still talking, even if you legalize marijuana, it's the same as any other drug on the job. If you are on the job and you are affected by a mind-altering substance, that's a problem. Over-the-counter medications can affect your job performance also. So I just think that we're overthinking this. I really do. Well, they have to have some type of process in place. So they actually have to have a written policy that states that if you are using any type of drug, whatever it might be, we won't hire you. If you're using it for a medical reason, then you're talking about the whole Disabilities Act. Okay. And you can have all kinds of issues there. So if you're talking about medical marijuana, not hiring somebody because they're using that, that's a big question right now. Nobody's able to answer that question. And I think that a lot of people say that this is going to end up in the Supreme Court. It concerns me that we have this issue with marijuana at the federal level, yet I can have a back issue and take some pretty serious heavy-duty drugs, medication, whatever you want to call it, that are gonna make me unable to drive, unable to perform a job. I mean, they're just gonna send me to bed is what they're gonna do. Knock me out for a couple of days. We need to pay attention to all drugs, all mind-altering substances the same way. I know people who are addicted to alcohol, cigarettes. A drug is a drug is a drug. The question is, does it change my work performance, or does it change my ability to get to and from